Good afternoon, everyone. This is Elizabeth. I wanted to make this video for you today to provide some clarifications about the instructional guidelines and the training that you received today. Before I start discussing the documents, I want to let you know, first and foremost, that grading and attendance procedures are still to be determined. There is a joint committee between VUE and the district who are working out those processes, and they will be shared with you next week. Also, I want to clarify for you that what you saw today and the training that you participated in today does not take effect until April 16th, which is next Thursday. So please make sure that you understand that there is time for us to make corrections. There is time for us to work out any challenges or obstacles that were not thought of when these documents were made public. That is why I'm reaching out to you today this way. I know many of you have questions and concerns. Your VUE team has been in no less than 5 conference calls today working on this for you on your behalf and to ensure that you are not negatively impacted in any way. We want to remind you that these are new and different times for all of us, and we are trying to navigate these waters together so that we can find solutions that work for everyone, for you and for our students and our families. So what I'd like to do is I would just like to go through the documents with you and talk about some things. Also, this afternoon we sent out through your stewards a link to a survey that we would like you to take a few moments and participate in. It is 9 questions and it asks very specific questions about these documents. So I have the documents minimized on my screen, and I'm just going to pull them up and talk about them as I look through it. So first we'll start with elementary. So the elementary guidelines that came out today, they demonstrate through a week. They show you a week at a glance, Monday through Friday. And the only thing that has changed from what you've done in Phase 1 to what you're being asked to do in Phase 2 is that Monday through Thursday, each day, they're asking that you focus your teacher-led facilitation in a certain content area. Each day, the students will be working in iReady and Canvas in the other content areas that you are not focusing on as you meet with your students in teams, as you check in with them using email and phone calls. So on Monday, they're asking you to facilitate focused on science. On Tuesday, they're asking you to focus on ELA. Wednesday is social studies, Thursday is math. Now all along and throughout the week, your students are going to be working in iReady, in math and ELA, and you are now going to have access to Canvas Commons, which we've been told is like a virtual library where you can go in and open up lessons and drop those into Canvas so your students can work on those. We've also learned that there's a way that you can take those Canvas links and you can put them and make them available through Microsoft Teams. Now I will tell you, I'm not using them in the classroom like you are, so if there's something that I need you to tell me about that, would you please share with your steward and have that information sent to us that way. It would help us as we work through this process with the district. So the reason that this change has occurred with the specific daily instruction focused in a content area is because the students who are working on paper packets, the paper packets have been put together to mirror this format. So the first part of the paper packet is science, then we have ELA, social studies, math, and then it repeats. So as you're engaging with kids through teams, if you have your paper packet children who are also engaging through teams, you'll know what they're working on because it will be the same. That's what we've been told. And so if that's not what you're experiencing, I need you to let us know. The additional duties section, we are getting some feedback that that you understand this. This is what we just normally do. We're available for IEPs, 504s, PST, and PLC meetings. And all of those meetings must follow the guidelines as set forth in the contract. Your work hours are your work hours, but let's clarify those for a moment. We know that we have 3 hours where we are supposed to be available to interact with students through Teams or through email. So that's what we're calling the on-stage. So the on-stage time is what you would do normally when your kids are there in school, how you support that learning. We are not asking you to create live recorded lessons, nor are we asking you to record anything and upload it into the platform. We do not know that the security measures and encryption level at the district is safe, so we could not mandate that anyone do that. We are simply asking that you continue facilitating instruction the way you have been through phase 1. Your 3 hours of on-stage time does not have to be consecutive. You can chunk it if that works better for you, if it works better for your family, or if it works better for your students. So again, you have that flexibility there for your on-stage facilitated time. What I want to clarify for you is in the language, it says provide direct instruction, reteach, remediation for students during these sessions. I think that the wording direct instruction is causing some confusion. Again, this is not live teaching. This is where you've gone in and you've seen that there's a problem and you're trying to remediate and you're facilitating instruction based on what you've observed. So that's what we are expecting, and that's what you're doing now. So I'm hoping that this is clarifying some of those concerns that you've had. Paper packets, we're still wanting you to try to reach out through Microsoft Teams using that phone mechanism or email to engage with the students who have taken the paper packet. If you're having trouble getting the students with the paper packet, your administrative team is there to support you. You need to send those names to your administrator and have them do that work for you. The offstage time is what you've been doing. Offstage is creating time for you to engage with families. It's time to go back through iReady or Canvas, look at what your students are doing, and plan the next step for them. It is also time for you to have PLCs. It's time for you to use that to, when we get to this point, monitor attendance and document student progress. And again, remember, grading and attendance are still in the works. So what we're wanting you to think about is you have direct interaction with students for 3 hours. The rest of your day, you use it fulfilling the other obligations that you have as a professional educator. So I think that covers it for elementary. So I'm going to move now to secondary. So secondary, of course, is a little bit different. There is, again, facilitated instruction on a daily basis. In the morning on Monday, math is to be facilitated. In the afternoon, electives. In the morning on Tuesday, ELA. In the afternoon, electives. Morning on Wednesday, science folks, you're out there facilitating that instruction. PM is electives. And Thursday, social studies. You guys are facilitating in the morning, and in the afternoon is electives. Friday is also electives. So your work hours are the same. Your additional duties are the same. And by the way, we are in the process of completing an MOA for Phase II. We've sent that over to the district and had some initial discussion. We are waiting for them to return it. The on-stage with secondary is a little bit different because your students who are engaging digitally, you have Edgenuity that you can go in and check. You have Canvas. You're not using iReady. But we know that your on-stage for Edgenuity and Canvas could be remediations. It could be helping a kid through an assignment. These are the things that you're already doing. It's not an additional layer of work. Same thing for you with paper packet students, as I discussed with elementary. We're trying to reach out with them and connect with them. And we're using Teams to facilitate those instructions. Offstage, basically the same thing as I shared with elementary. I'm trying to scan it very quickly. And again, please don't get hung up on the grades. It's still in the works. So what I want you to know is that this doesn't happen until Thursday. We are here for you. We are working through every facet of this. Please engage in the survey, and please know that we have time to fix any of these issues that we haven't seen that you are seeing. So let us know what they are, and we will do the work. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend, and we will be here on Monday ready to take this up again. Thank you.